everyone, welcome to Usagisquared Draws. Finally, we have the art stream back and running. What we have done is we've hooked up the laptop, which has Photoshop and all that I need to draw, up through the main streaming PC. And that gives us this result here. Unfortunately, we don't have any sound for music and the like, but we'll be working on that. That said, as I promised those in the Undertale stream just a few minutes before, this stream is going to show you which game we're going to be playing. We're going to be making the frame for that game, and as you can probably tell already, we're going to have a lot more focus on the main game window. I decided that rather than have the mascot there, we'd do that instead. So first off, let's get the base frame filled in, and then go from there. So we'll just select the areas that we do not want to fill first. So that's our screen. This is going to be, whoops. Let's, and I keep hitting the wrong key. I keep going to the keyboard that's not connected to the laptop. Okay, there we go. We're on this keyboard again. Okay. So we'll select new each spot, screen, camera, and chat. So those areas have to be empty. Everything else, though, can be a nice solid black. Not quite solid, though. It's going to be more of a gray for the sake of everyone's monitors. So we'll do that. Now, as for what we're going to do for everything else, since we don't have the mascot anymore, things are a little more tight. We gotta get the timestamp in, we gotta get the title of the stream in. So, we're gonna try a few ideas and just sketch them out. That might not be the best idea. There, that's better. So I'm thinking maybe down there. Gotta keep reminding myself that the keyboard is up there. Gosh! So, down here, I'm figuring we'll have the standard timestamps, so streams are now going... Unfortunately, she has no place in our stream frame. Unfortunately, although, just for you, I'm gonna draw very quick. Moemura. There she is. Our Moemura. There she is. Not very Moe, but whatever. So, I'm thinking maybe on the side here, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Two. And then that translates out to 9. To midnight. Is that AM or PM now? I think it's PM still. Yeah. Yeah. So that fits nicely there, and probably won't be too in the way when it's actually in font. And then we can put the actual stream title in here, so... Without further ado... Yes. I may have to resize our box. We will find out. That's not an M, you're right. There. That's sort of an M. Okay. So. Usagisquared plays. We're gonna do something different this time. We're gonna have this, but then over top, we'll have the actual title, and here is why. We're gonna be playing Soma. Soma has a rather interesting looking font, so either we're gonna have Usagisquared plays around it or going right through it. And yeah, so first off, we're gonna put the standard text in there. Bye, Moemura. Bye. And standard text will of course be in slightly off-white. Just make our text box here. Yeah, that works fine. Let's make you much smaller. Maybe not quite that small, but for a font that sort of matches with Soma, we just want a standard brick-looking font, really. We could probably go with... Could probably just go Century Gothic, actually. So let's see how that looks right now. Oh, it's in black. Didn't pick up my off-white. There. That's a little too small. Little bigger. Wee bit bigger. Closer. $16 works. So, Tuesdays. And we're gonna want, whoops, wrong mouse. We're gonna want this centered. And frick! Shit. Okay. Slightly smaller it is. And no capitals. Oh wait, it should be capitals. Because of style. Oh no! Sacrifices we make for style. Yeah, that's not working. If it doesn't work on 14, we're just gonna have to do something weird. Thur fits, that's good enough for me. We cannot make it thurs. Can't be done. Okay. We'll do that. And I am realizing an issue here. Hang on. Fun fact, the laptop's keyboard is not fully functional. Certain keys do not work, including that key right there. But we can manage without. Because it's only that one. Thankfully. Yeah, we've still got to order that keyboard. Normally I have another keyboard connected to it, but of course we're upstairs and everything is crowding this desk. So another keyboard would be a little bit too crowded. So 9 p.m. to... No! I'll just put 12. People can figure it out. And I might go through and make these capitals once once I'm back downstairs, but whatever. So we have that. Now what we're gonna do to make it fill the space, so we can actually do this. Let's do a bit of stretching. And I can actually still edit this text, which is kind of neat. There we go. Move that down around there. Perfect. which leaves over here. So make that a bit smaller, like 10 points small, I'm thinking. I am definitely going to have to come back to this to capitalize stuff. But oh well. That's good. We can widen that a bit. Yep. So now we have the fun part of getting something like that in here. We're actually going to try and do this ourselves because, well, one, I don't think it's a really polite, it's in really good, I don't think it's really polite to do a Google search in the middle of an art stream. That feels a little rude. For another, it's nice when you can do things yourself, so. First we'll make that bigger. Yeah, that works out, that's a good size. And we'll make it a little thicker. Font we've got here is not quite heavy enough. So, if you guys see a font on this list that you figure looks best, let me know. Oop. Oh, maybe. Aha! That's not too bad. Okay. This could be a little bigger. Just slightly. We'll move that slightly down. Now here's the fun part. I'm gonna rasterize this. Duplicate it for safety. And play around with it. Now, I believe I may have forgotten exactly which one it is. There is a particular fun effect that you can use to distort it, though. No, that's not it. Shoot! I can't remember which effect it is. That's no good. No, that's not gonna be it. Yeah, that's definitely not it. Shoot! And even then, I'm still doing it wrong. I haven't done selections first. The first part of it is that you gotta select certain regions of the font. All the areas that you wanna mess up a fair bit. I haven't done this in a while, though, so I can't quite remember exactly how to do it, which is really not good. Whatever, we've got our selections. Now we just gotta find it. It's not gonna be Ripper, Shear, or... No, that's definitely not it. Zigzag? Yeah, no. Huh. No, that's not it. That's not even what I was trying to click. Well, that's not quite the effect I was after, but that does look cool. Huh. I'll have to note that. Whoopsies. Yeah, we're gonna glitch it into boxes. There's a particular effect that you do for it, and I've done it a few times, it's just that I do it so rarely. normally I have a little set of notes to remind me of what I'm supposed to do. I don't think that's it. Yeah, that's definitely not it. It's not in there. It's definitely not in there. Nope. Neither of those will be it. This is a bit of a pickle. Nope. It's the glitch effect, basically. Oh, wait a second. I believe this might be it. So, we don't. Let's try this. That's. Oh, darn it.
Cream soda.
Enjoy your cream soda, dear.
Cream soda.
Yes, enjoy your cream soda. Alright, I have a solution to all this. I can still open a window on the other computer. Which means I can figure out how it is again. I think this is the right one. If it'll load for me. There it is, okay. Ah, now I remember. I was mixing up what wave did. So we want distort and wave. And we can't quite see what it's doing in there, but it's doing some stuff. I can say that much. Like that, except that's way too much. We can't see anything with that. So, let's try this. No. Getting to think we're on too small of a scale for this. Try it again, but if it doesn't work, what I'm going to do is retype Soma at a much larger scale, and then we're going to try the effect there. Ah, there we go. Now that's sort of what it does. Let's see what happens if we wave again. Yeah, so now we're going to try and select boxes again. Just a few. And wave. So now it's quite messy. Yeah, no, I'm fine with the selection lines. So it's a bit messy now. What we're going to do is go in on another Soma, I think. We're not going to do as many selections with this one. Hit wave. on top of that, I'm gonna try it's that blur effect we got before using, let's see, which was it that we hit again? It wasn't actually a blur effect, so. No, that wasn't it. I do not have the best memory for this, wow. Wasn't displace. Wasn't zigzag either. Huh. Well, that wasn't it either, but I still like what it's done. No, it wasn't solarized. Solarized just made it black. It's definitely not that one. Huh, da da da. Not any of those. Tiles, perhaps? No, not tiles. Weird. I mean, yeah, that's what solarized does, so that's definitely not it. Hmm. Oh, wait, I think it was this place. No, it wasn't. Ah, well, we'll just do this. Yeah, Mezzotint adds pixelation. So we're just gonna do one of these. A few more. We're gonna add another, but no, I didn't want blending options. Another soma behind it. A little bigger. Faded. And, of course, displaced everywhere. Right, I forgot. Wait, that's what happens when you do that option. High pass? Huh. Maybe. Let's try it. I'm thinking no. That's a no. It's a shame, though. we'll just stick with our blur. There we go. Now, the fun part is making it stand out just a bit more from everything else. So, here's Usagisquared plays. No, I'm thinking a little... The issue is we got more... Well, you can keep trying, Drag. It's worth a try. The issue is we got some blocks that are going through the letters. Especially that one. Let's hide the sketch. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Nope. We're gonna merge the group. And with shade of this, drop a couple of lines across on a clipping mask. So, new layer, clip it, make it a fair bit darker though. 2-pixel line should be good. Doop. And from this end. A few more lines. And I would say that does not look bad at all. It has that sort of hard to read look. We might need a more obvious underlayer. That should do it. Perfect, okay. That's the easy part. We got the fonts done, or mostly done. Let's title that group so that we can tell it apart. If it'll let me, come on. There we go. So that's the easy part. Now comes the fun part. We have to make sure that the square is actually the right size. From what I heard, we're a little bit off. Like, very off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Oh no, that's a bad way to do it. Bad way to do it. Oh, I know what to do. We are going to, in fact, do a Google search. No, darn it. Most of my punctuation is not working. So, here we go. 16 by 9 is the size of the screen that we're going to be using most of the time. So what we're going to do is make sure it matches. Which it definitely doesn't. Let's hide this, because this area is going to be the area that Sage's size, if anything. And depending on the top and bottom will probably give us more room for stuff like that. So, whoops. I'm gonna make a new layer, paste that thing in there. Oh, I didn't copy the image. There we go. Ooh! I will check that out. I will definitely check that out. Okay, so blink. That's good enough. Delete everything else. And we're gonna resize this and use it as our guide. So right now, our white space pretty much it represents the maximum amount of width we can spare. So that's that. Which in turn means we actually have a fair bit of space on the bottom or top, depending. So what we're going to do is go like this. Give us plenty of space at the bottom to put our date and everything. And awesome! Ah, yeah. And with that, there's a lot of space that we can fill with black and remove as well. So we'll go back to our frame. After first cutting out a sliver of white here. So now we'll make this a little less obvious. And cut our new hole. Technically right now it's going to fill that spot there, but what we're going to do is poink. Perfect. And now if we hide this, we've got our frame again. We can also hide those. So with that in that way, we can just put a different text there. Like that. But first let's sketch it out. Because I have an idea. We can close that for now though. So... oh, it's still 2 size point. Let's make that a little more clear. So... ah! There. Now it says every week. Ooh. Just so that that's clear. Obviously, the font is definitely going to look very different from that, but the point is, now we can do this. See this little camera guy here? Let's move him over so that the chat is in the way. This little guy here, we're going to use him as our tiny mascot. Wow! Wow! But it's accurate. You can't deny that, Drag. Because that is going to be where we stick our usual little mascot thing, so... We do not have time to draw this on camera because we only have about 5 minutes left, but it's not something that will take me very long to do before the stream actually starts. That's right, Usagi is going to be a mini-sub. That's what I'm going to be. So we'll have that, and we'll just shrink it down a little bit more. And the top bar will be relatively empty, but that's okay. So, we have 5 minutes left of this art stream, so what we can at least do is get our text in. First this side. Add a much smaller... You're scared, are you? Did you look into Soma, Nee? 'Cause that's what we're gonna play next. We are going to be playing a game called Soma. And I've been looking forward to playing it. It's from the same guys who made the Amnesia games. So look forward to that. Actually, just put weekly. Goodness. Make that a little bigger. Yeah, 30s works. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that smaller again. Poink. There! That works. So we got that sitting there. And on the other side, we'll just quickly make our box really evident on that side. Man, that oh god just has me even more thrilled about the coming game. Oh goodness. I have to copy a P again. Hmm. Needless to say, I'll have to go back and capitalize this, but... Two. And... Two. I typed it wrong the first time. It was fate that it didn't work out this way. And we'll make that slightly big. That's not slightly. Try 22. There we go, much better. Make that one even smaller. I may have to rasterize that to shrink it a bit closer to the divider there. But for now, that's good. We have that there. And we can do this. So that space there is where we can put our little mascot. So we'll move this. And I've got my camera back. You guys can't see the reference that as I'm using it, but I can, and that's what's important. First things first, window. This isn't an ink, obviously. This is just a really clean sketch. So the first one's a lot messier and inaccurate and fun things like that. So this is the screen, where there will be a nice little 8-bit Usagi face. Little sub fin. These parts. And once I get the top in here, I'm gonna have to close it. Because that is the end of tonight's stream period. Next time you see this frame, it'll be time to play Soma, hopefully. The only way that it wouldn't be the case is if it took us another month to play through Alien, which I hope to God does not happen. Because that is too long. That is too long for a game. Far, far too long. It's been fun, though. So, I want to thank everyone who came, both to the Undertale stream and to this art stream here. And I hope to see you on Tuesday, where we'll be continuing Alien Isolation some more. Until then, I hope you guys have a great evening and an even better week. So with that, goodbye, everyone.